Hey Kim, how are you? Good morning, good morning. Hello Wendy, how are you? I hope you're all well. Good morning, WoodUBend, Canada. How are you, Donna? We'll get started as soon as we get shared out, but today we're going sailing. Good morning, Betty. Yeah, I usually come on a few minutes early for WoodUBend. Good morning, Remy. Yeah, I am. As long as the sun is shining and it's warm, then I am great. I just want to get gloss varnish. Okay. I'm just trying to get everything I need. I think I have everything. But how's the weather everywhere? Sorry, I needed my water. It's not vodka. Thanks for sprinkling, Betty. There's quite a delay. Oh, there's one more thing I need to get. Using the wrong bottle. I think I pushed this one in too much, so we're going to get rid of it. Oh, I'm glad. Well, I'll tell you why I'm using it. I'm using it because it fits. I was going to use this bottle, but I could not remove the lettering. I tried scraping, I tried sanding, I tried the heat tool, I tried the Goo Gone, and I realized that it wasn't going to go anywhere. So this bottle is going to be great for doing, I was going to actually use this right. Sorry, that was my husband interrupting the live. Thank God WoodUBend is not on. Yeah, I know. It is a cool shape, but I'm going to have to cover it either with paint or with something else. But I also want to try and find something that I can use this on. Look. But it's not going to work. And thank you. Hi, Laura. So we're going to do a small project. This might take me a bit longer. I might be on a little bit longer than I normally would be. But I got permission. The other thing is the WoodUBend boats come like this. And I can't remember the name or the number, but I'll find it. And this seemed a bit too big for here. And luckily I have an old one. I don't think they make them this size anymore. So we're going to be using this. But you can use the bigger boats on not just bottles, but on something like this. You could do two of them here, fill this with water, and put floating candles in there. And you really don't need to do very much more. You can add some some decoupage paper, but you don't have to. So I'm not sure. It's just different ways of doing things. I'm not sure if hi Gail, how are you? Betty, have they cross-posted yet? I know WoodUBend Canada's posted. Okay, Jane, thank you so much. Good morning, WoodUBend, all over the world or wherever I'm being shared. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. My name is Rima Bishara, and I'm going to be showing you a cool bottle project. Although, as I just explained, you could do this on a bowl like this. And we're going to be using the boat, which you can put here. And then you can have 1, 2, or 3 of them. And then you can put floating candles in there. I was planning on using a bigger bottle, using the Anchor, or using the amazing Mermaid. But the bottle that I plan to use, I could not get it cleaned up. So we're going to have to do with a smaller bottle. Now, I did show you guys just now. I think something is happening to my brains. I had a smaller boat. Didn't I show you guys a smaller boat just now? Well, let's start. First of all, I'm using the paper Blue Sailing. And as you can see, I cut out a bit of it so that it would fit my bottle. Oh, there it is. And we're going to do a reverse decoupage. Yeah, I just found it on my lap, Betty. And so I cut this piece that we're going to decoupage. And my idea is to put the boat right here. So let's see how that goes. And if I haven't said good morning to everyone, I apologize. I do see some comments, but not all of them. And I thought I had, no, there it is. I'm not disorganized. I'm just can't find everything I need for when I need it. So anyway, I put my bottle down and I traced with a water pen a space bigger than I needed, just so that I could cut this out. And I didn't want to cut up all of my my decoupage paper. And this is Blue Sailing, as I said, by Posh Chalk. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the bottle. And I'm using alcohol, 91%, because that's what I have, just to make sure everything is clean. You can use other products. I'm hoping. I would have liked to do a bigger bottle, but as I said, the only big bottle I had, I cannot get the lettering off. So I'm going to also be using the infuser by Posh Chalk to apply my, this is the infuser. I put mine in a bottle like this because I find it easier to put out. I don't think I need more than that. And I'm going to get a brush and we're going to start. So I'm just applying the infuser, and I'm going to try and make sure that the area I want is on there. And we can trim off the edges, it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to continue applying the infuser so that I can get all of my decoupage paper on. And I'm just going to press it down because I don't want it to wrinkle. And I'm going to add some more here. So I'm just really just painting this on. And you can, once this is done, you can fill it with sand. You can fill it, you can put lights in it. You can put, besides sand, you can put, oh, where did I have it? Some crystals to shine. You can add so many things. And I have a really cool seashell bottle topper. So I'm just applying it on. And as I said earlier, this might be slightly longer. I do have Solly Joe's permission to go longer. And I just want to try and make sure I have everywhere covered. Yeah, I like that one. I went to Hobby Lobby, not yesterday, during the weekend. And I was looking for exactly that. I'm just going to take off some of the paper. And I might have to cut some of this. Because we are going to put a trim around this. I hope you're all well and that the weather is great where you are. I'm trying to make sure both sides are even. They're not, but and I'm going to go over it with more infuser. And this is my favorite infuser to apply decoupage. It was meant to be used for pigments, but I find it so light and so easy to work with. That this is my decoupage medium now. And it works for glass as well as wood, plastic, anything you use it for. Now, if some bits are sticking out or they're not or there's a wrinkle, that's okay. I'm going to cut out this area as soon as it dries, and probably most of this. So I'm going to leave this. This is what we have so far, and I am going to cut the edges. I'm going to leave it to dry for a few minutes. And because of the colors of the water, there is a green in there. And I'm going to paint my boat, which I keep losing, before I do anything else. And I hardly have any of the green phthalo, but hopefully this will do. And if you have any questions, please let me know or post them in here. I'm using the rest of my infuser to mix my pigment. I don't know if we need much more than this. If we do, we'll just make some more. Yes, that's true. And I have a couple of trims that I've picked out that aren't very big. I'm just cleaning up the bottle. And I'm just going to paint this using a similar color that's in my paper. Make sure you get your edges. And that's what I'm trying to do first, because these are the things I typically forget. Hello, Anne, how are you? Anne is a friend of my daughter's. She was actually her roommate several years ago, and they went to the same high school. Okay, I've done my edges, and now I'm just going to add my pigment. And the infuser and the pigment dry very, very quick. I'm going to also highlight whilst we're waiting for the boat to dry. Whilst we're waiting for the bottle to dry. So you saw how little I used, and it covered up the boat beautifully. Yeah, well, that's one of my favorite colors. And now, I'm not sure whether I want to wax it with some brown wax. No, I sold out. Yesterday, I sold out, Betty. I have some on order. It's been selling like crazy. Just want to make sure make sure that all your little inserts inside the amazing WoodUBend applique are covered. So we have this, which will go nicely right here. And we didn't use very much. I'm just going to slightly dry this. And these WoodUBend appliques can be used painted. You can paint them on the bottle, or you can paint them separately and then apply them. Let's put this down. I am going to flip my paper over. Oh, and I'm using, should not have been using this paper, but that's fine. And we need to paint the back of the bottle. Is anyone else frozen? Because I'm showing I'm frozen. Paint the back of this using just any paint that you have. And there's a reason. Because if you look at this, it's not that bright. But if I put it behind this, look at how much brighter it becomes. So this and this. Although, no, this isn't very good. This is not even white. But you see the difference? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hopefully it won't stay like this. So I'm just going to put some paint. And you can use anything. Just to make it brighter. I should also close up my pigment because I have a habit of dropping things. So let me just see here. Okay. So any paint will work. You just need to give your decoupage paper, look at the difference. Can you see where I've painted it, how much brighter it is? And then we can leave this to dry and start working on the trim. Now on this side, if you didn't want to leave it white, you can apply another piece of decoupage. And I probably will do that because I don't really like leaving the back like this. Not very professional. I haven't measured my trim yet. Okay, so we can leave this to dry. And I've picked out this trim. And I'm sorry, maybe WoodUBend can help. I don't know what number this is, but I'm going to paint it well, first heat it up so that I can paint it, sorry. And then use the color Brown Van Dyke, because there's a lot of brown in here. And we still have to work on the boat. So let's heat it up. And your trims come coiled up like this. And you heat them up, and it's best to heat them up to unroll them. And depending on the thickness of the trim, if it's thin, it won't take that long. If it's thick, I would suggest that you use a griddle at probably 250. Yeah, I like this one. I don't know why, but I think it reminded me of the beach. Now, the paste. The paste has multi-functions, multi-uses. You can either mix it with water if you want to make it as a wash, and if you want it as is, put it through a stencil. You heat it up and it will pop. It will... Oh, thank you. Thank you, WoodUBend Molding. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Lori. So I'm going to use some of mine and add some water to it. And start painting. You can also add infuser to it. And make sure mine paste has started to dry out, because I leave mine opened, which you should not do. And TR452, I think, is one of the new molds. And if I'm correct, you can get it in 100 centimeters or 218 centimeters. So for crafters who don't want as much trim, they can get it in 2 sizes, and that's what WoodUBend has done in its latest release. And that's add different sizes, especially for people who don't want that much or who want to try it. So let me just add that on, see how it paints. Now you can also spray your trim, like I'm going to right now. Let me move things out of the way so you can see clearly. Makes it easier sometimes to apply too much. I'm going to have to heat it up again to unroll it. Because I think I'll need more than that for the trim. You're very early, Lori. It's 9 o'clock in California. So I'm just drying this so that I can pull it down. So how I keep asking how everyone is doing, how's the weather, but I'm not getting any answers. And sorry you can't see me, but I'm trying to heat up some of the coils. Let me move this out of the way. It's still wet, but I haven't personally, but you can. Lori, I kind of more into pigments with the trims and with WoodUBend. Okay, let's see this. I should have sprayed, but I'm not going to bother. I'll just do this. And once it's dry, we'll be able to apply it. To the bottle. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, I only remember what I'm supposed to do for you when I see you. You're gonna have to send me a note. I'm getting really bad. Good morning, Brenda. I wonder if that's enough. Let me just try this. We'll do a little bit more just in case. I don't want to break it, but if it breaks, it's very easily fixable. What kind of virus, Gwendolyn, do you have? What are you feeling? We want your symptoms. And it's nice. 75 is nice. I could have pre-done all of this, but I chose not to because I wanted you to see it start to finish. Usually I would do it, but I did get permission from Solly Joe to go on a bit longer. And as you know, you can cut WoodUBend with scissors, with a pen knife, or whatever it's called in English. I'm terrible with words. Oh, how nice of him. That's very, very kind. Very thoughtful, Gwendolyn. So I'm just going to make sure everything is covered. I want to make sure my edges are done. That's one area, believe it or not, that most people tend to forget. Make sure all your trim has paint on it, and I've missed some. And hopefully what I've done is enough. Let me put this away. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, but that's okay. My daughter's just come in. I'm just going to heat this up so that I can make sure it's dry. And I do like the color. Then we're going to need our glue gun. I'm not glue gun, what am I saying? my tight bond, quick and thick. Some areas are still wet. And I need to get a small paintbrush. And rather than waste another plate, I'm going to put my tight bond here. And of course I've lost the top as usual. So let me just see how this is going to work. Yeah, we have enough. Oops, and we had enough. You can coil it back up. It'll make it easier for you to use. I'm going to try, it won't be on the bottom, Betty, it'll be around the edge. So as you can see, I'm coiling it back up. But first, I must make sure that I have, there's my cover. I just want to cut the areas I won't be using. I can always clean up. Those fibers can be hard to get. Not very professional, is it? But this is real life. Okay. So I'm just adding some of the glue. I could put it on the bottle, and I might in some areas. And I'm going to start actually right here. I've got a bit of fiber sticking out, but that's okay. I just want to make sure it looks good here. And then I'm going to continue adding the glue on the bottle itself. And just follow the direction of the bottle, the movement of the bottle. If glue seeps out, that's okay. That means you have a good bond. And you can always clean this up. There's nothing that can't be cleaned up. You can use a baby wipe, or you can use a paintbrush with water. But you can see how the trim is going around, not just a bottle, but a round bottle. Maybe I should just put it everywhere. And obviously I'm going to have to cut here. And as you can see, it molds right onto the bottle. Just going back and checking that I have everywhere covered. And I'll sorry, it's easy for me to do this. Let's heat it up again. I'm taking my time. I am not going to... Yes, absolutely. What would you like to know, Jane? It's absolutely amazing. You can go to my website, Jane, and look at the smaller trims. I don't have all of them yet posted, but they will be hopefully this week. Remove some of this excess here. Oh, thank you, Laura. And then we just have this little bit left here. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it or if I'm just going to go for it. Let's see. I'm going to go for it. Thank you, Jessie. I really appreciate all of you joining me today, but most especially, I have to say, Australia and... oh, okay, Jane. But you're in Kathy G's group, aren't you? Kalim here. Oh, that I can talk to you. Oh, my baby is showing her. My baby's arrived. Why can't I talk? I can talk. They don't mind. So this is what it looks like. Now, I am going to have to clean these edges up, but that shouldn't be a big problem. And now let's, I am going to highlight these, but I'm also going to paint the boat and apply the boat. Now, I only did one side. I did have my... paper towels. I need to clean this side because I didn't clean it, and as you can see, it's gotten a little dirty. So now I need to decide where I'm putting my boat, and looking at it, I think I might just put it here. Look, on the side. Hey Elizabeth, how are you? So far this is what we have. We started off with a bottle. And I am trying hard not to rush, but I am aware of the time. So I'm just warming up my boat. On both sides, and I think I might put some highlights of, see how it's bending, highlights of maybe gold, which we will mix up in a minute. I think that's good for now. I'm going to paint my boat with some glue, and this is Type Bond Quick and Thick. Make sure you go to all the edges, because you do want your WoodUBend to stick. And take your time, don't rush. You can always, if you find yourself having made a mistake and you want to move your WoodUBend, or you don't like where you placed it, or you need something else, you can move it. All you need to do is apply some heat. And pull it up. Yes, I am. Do you think of the brown? Yeah, I was going to, absolutely. And as you can see, my WoodUBend is bending. Needs a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to Rennie. So as you can see, it's bending, and now I just need to hold it in place. Whilst it's warm. And it is hot. Just going to keep my hand on it for a few seconds. Just to make sure it stays. Yeah, Van Dyke Brown. I'm just waiting for it to cool down. Hello, Delissa. How are you? But this is what you have so far. And we still haven't done the topper. I have my Van Dyke brown here. And I'm going to just don't want too much. It's supposed to look old. So we've done this bit. And let's do the edge here. Hey, Kalim.
Hi.
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So there we go. Now when I get off the live, I will highlight these. I'm not sure what color. I thought of gold, but I might go and use maybe some of the green. I'm not sure. I'm just dirtying up the edges because I don't want them that clean. And remember, I was saying, please make sure your edges are done. You can also add, and I thought I was going to add the glitter inside there, which you can do. And I had a funnel, but I can't find it. So instead, you'd have to put a fair amount in here. And also, there's the topper. You can glue this on. And I'll come back and post a finished picture of everything cleaned up because I've taken enough of your time this morning. I really appreciate you all being with me. Thank you very much. It's just another idea for you guys to do something. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, everyone. Now, for those who know me, I do lives daily at 2 p.m. on my Facebook page, and it would be great. Yes, I could. But seeing I'm going to repaint and clean up, I'll do it later, Kim. Thanks for your time, and I will see you all at 2 p.m., if not, in 2 weeks' time on another education station. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.